what you did to my people, see what you did to them. You took their very lives away from them.
Elders, youth, and livestock have been severely brutalized during these impoundments.
I just want my family's livestock to graze up on that hill, for us to live there again, for me to live there without having the threat of being evicted or being shot at or whatever, you know. That's my home.
During the 25 years of resistance, the families around Big Mountain have been forced to live in abject poverty. Most families, once fiercely independent, are surviving on charitable donations. An order, known as the Bennett Freeze, prohibits families from maintaining or building any structures. Explosions at the mine have caused sacred ceremonial hogans and Diné homes to collapse. To the Diné, Black Mesa is a holy shrine. Over 2,400 archaeological sites have been destroyed.
Now it's all missing. We used to have a beautiful mountains, and now it's all gone.
In the last 2 years, support for the Diné has reached an international high. Yet in the United States, their cause is still ignored by Congress and is virtually unknown to the public.
There are over 250 NGOs, non-governmental organizations in the United Nations that support the Diné people's right to their land and condemn relocation and unsustainable mining practices by Peabody Western Coal Company. The United States government points its fingers all around the world at human rights violations that are going on. And it's time that the world look within the United States for human rights violations that are going on within its borders.
In February 1998, a summit took place on Black Mesa. The United Nations Commission on Human Rights sent a special rapporteur, Mr. Abdel Fattah Amour, to hear the testimonies of the Diné as part of an ongoing investigation into religious intolerance. Over 100 people crammed into the Hogan of Glenabigay. 3 elders from the Hopi tribe arrived to give their testimonies and show support for their neighbors, the Diné. Their presence dispelled the public relations myth that the traditional Hopi and the Diné are involved in a range war. Mr. Amour heard over and over again the violations against the Diné. His report is scheduled to be presented at the United Nations Commission on Human Rights in April 1999 in Geneva. As the world prepares to celebrate the new millennium, the Diné face a final forced relocation with a deadline of February 1st in the year 2000. President Clinton signed this final relocation law while playing a game of golf. The elders say they were threatened and their names forged on the original agreements that surrendered their lands and all their civil rights. Only a very small minority of Diné elders can speak, read, or write English. It is time to recognize that the world has waited too long to uphold human rights. It is time to stop a war in America that has never ended for the first Americans.
We need the help of the American people to realize the tragedy and the pain and suffering that is taking place here, where our Aboriginal home ground is being under siege by the U.S. government and the mineral corporations.
The Diné have survived relocation, starvation, religious intolerance, poisoning, and generations of militant intimidation. Yet they remain dignified, hanging on to their land, which is their way of life, religion, and culture. Like other indigenous leaders around the world, the Diné elders tell us that all life is interconnected and that what befalls them on Black Mesa will befall all of humanity.